Hi, Mike with Dog TV. A couple of training tips on getting your dog used to new objects. One of the most common ones that dogs have problems with is the vacuum cleaner, which I got sitting right next to me. So if you're trying to get your dog used to something new, especially something noisy like the vacuum cleaner, you need to get him to feel comfortable around it. And one of the biggest mistakes you can make is to bring the object to the dog rather than the other way around. You want the dog to come to the object. So when you bring an object to the dog that he's unfamiliar with and afraid of, he's going to become more afraid, and you're going to be defeating the whole purpose. So when they're young and they're having a problem with an item like this, what you want to do is set it up, allow him to sniff it and touch it and that kind of thing, and you touch it so that he knows that it's safe for you. And if he trusts you, he'll realize that if it's okay for you, it must be okay for him. And so get him acquainted with it off, with it not being noisy, and allow the dog to come and investigate at their own pace, and don't try to force them. Eventually, once they're comfortable with the item, with the case of a vacuum cleaner, you can then turn the vacuum cleaner on, but just let it sit there just like this and allow him to investigate it with it making noise. And again, you can touch it so that he feels it's okay and it's safe. You can see dog is eating his Nylabone down there and doesn't seem to care that he's right next to the vacuum cleaner. So once they get used to that, then the next step, of course, is that you're going to try and vacuum with it. When you move it, that's going to be another thing. So again, move it slowly at the beginning. Don't chase the dog with it or something silly like that. Just move it around like you normally would and allow him to investigate while you're moving it. And slowly your dog will adapt to a new item like this. And I will cut to some vacuuming right after this little segment, and you can see dog doesn't really care, and in the beginning he would bark at the vacuum and things like that when we first started, but it only took probably 2 weeks for him to completely ignore it. So if you got problems with your dog with vacuums, take a look at the rest of this video. Vacuuming the floor, and you can see the dog is not concerned at all with the vacuum cleaner. He's completely used to it. Drive over towards him. He'll take a look at it, sniffs it. It's perfectly okay with it. Normally he'll get out of the way if you come his direction, but didn't take very long at all to adapt him to regular vacuuming.